15, 20 minutes.
No problem.
Okay. Let's start off with, what problem are you solving?
The problem we're solving is that people have questions before they book, and they're going to want to have some answers quickly at some level. And so one of the ways that they can get it is on a website. And it's an easy way, but the problem is you can't find answers easily. And we're solving the problem of being able to answer their questions quickly without them having to go looking around or having to make a call or email or anything like that.
So, how does the problem materialize itself? I know you just kind of answered that, but again, one more time, like, how do you see the problem materializing?
So it's a result of, okay, how it starts is somebody's searching for a hotel. So usually they're going to go into Google and they're going to find their way to Expedia and Booking.com. And eventually they're going to window shop across all the sites, and then they're going to choose the hotel, and they're going to go to the hotel website and start digging. And so they're going to be like, okay, well, do I want this one or do I want that one? And then when they start to hone in on whichever one, they're going to have questions, whatever it is, rates, discounts, children, all that sort of thing. And that's how the problem gets you to the website.
Um, how are hotels currently addressing this problem, or are they?
They are not aware of it. They don't know that it's happening. They traditionally handle it with emails and phone.
So, what would happen if hotels didn't address the problem?
The person would just leave, book either somewhere else or through a third party website like an OTA, and maybe make a greater effort and try to book direct by, you know, pressing on the email and keep, calling and all that. A longer time to get where they want to go.
Anything else you would add to the customer problem?
Yeah, so the other thing, and in fact, we just did a video on this and we'll show it to you after this. The thing is what does this turn into? It turns into, let's say I'm a persistent guy and I really want this hotel, right? So then I send an email, right? And then I have to wait for them to get back to me. And my client, my hotel, has to now spend energy answering those questions. And it's not just one question, it's a back forth. And I can speak to that because I spent 22 years answering questions like that. And they're all the same questions over and over every time. It starts with what are your rates? The different conditions, what are the room types? Can I get a discount? All this kind of stuff. And imagine how many emails back and forth that is. Um, some people like to do that and it just takes up the hotel's time. They can do it by phone, and sometimes they'll be lucky if they can find somebody by phone. Sometimes if they get the person on phone, they'll be lucky to get the correct answer because the person who is on the phone may not be the authority on the answer. So yeah, it's a problem.
How do you describe your solution?
A very easy, simple tool that can be installed on any website with just 2 lines of code that would answer guest questions 24/7, instantly, consistently, in multiple languages without um, any worry for um, incorrectness. Everything instant.
How is GuestChat different than other hotel website chatbots?
It's not that different, although I have to say that it looks like what we're doing with large language models is actually a bit different. I have not, even though the rest of them have been talking about that they're bringing it on, they're putting it, and they've gone live. I'm not seeing it in practice, and maybe they are, But I would say the only other thing that we are that I think that we can be for now, but we can't be forever, is that we're very customized. Like I'm telling you, the level of detail that we give in terms of our answers and our carousels and photos that we curate for them, no other chatbot company does because we can afford to because we're just not, we don't have that many clients. So we're doing highly customized chatbots.
So what are the results you're hearing from your customers?
So we've done studies ourselves for our own hotel. It's increased our bookings direct through the website by 30%. However, that's not necessarily the case for others. For sure, what they're seeing is a difference in the number of questions being answered because they had no questions being answered. So all of a sudden, it's like putting a spigot onto a water line. Boom! As soon as the chat goes on, like bam, it's chatting, and I'll show you that. It's like you can see it go from 0 to 50 in a day. So it exists. It's not wrong. It definitely does that. What is not certain is what the percentage of increase in direct bookings is. Um, we tend to be very conservative. Um, we'll say something like 9% because those are the things that people have said before us, and our numbers have shown much greater. I don't personally like to purport high numbers because I don't want to give those wrong expectations.
Okay.
I can't see you
Um,
anymore.
yeah,
No,
I
no is calling.
gotta remember to turn that off. I use my phone as my camera because it's the best camera I have.
It is pretty good.
Um, Noah, who's Noah? Anyway,
It's no, Noe. Maybe it
oh,
said
Noe,
no, Noe. Oh,
Noelani. She's a customer.
oh, I know Noelani. She used to work at a tambourine.
That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you have some reporting? You want to describe your reporting real quick?
Do you mean analytics and dashboard stuff?
Yeah, like what kind of analytics can you provide clients? Just descriptive. We don't have to go
Yeah.
into super detail.
Sure. I mean, we can see how many people are on the page, how many people have chatted. We can see how many people have chatted today in any given time period, over the last 5 days, 50 days, whatever. We can see how many people have asked for rates, how many people have clicked to book after seeing those rates. We can see what time they have been chatting. We can see what the peak hours are, what the low times are. We can see which days. We can see how far in advance they're searching for and how many days on average they are looking to stay. We can see the difference between how long they stay on the chat, how long they stay on the web when they're chatting and when they're not chatting. So we can see bounce to a certain extent.
Describe your onboarding process.
So we need 30 minutes to go with the hotel and get the truth, the single source from the horse's mouth. After that, we spend about a week customizing everything and we hand them a fully customized chatbot. And then we spend about maybe 30 minutes with their staff showing everything to them. Now, we don't have to do that. We can record stuff for them that they can see as well. Um, but in effect, that's an important point because the first is a demo where we show them, hey, this is what we're doing. The second is where they say, okay, great, let's do it. And now we meet them a second time to get the facts straight. And that's 30 minutes. And then the third time is the actual, let's show you what this looks like and how it's gone live and how your staff can use it.
What does support look like following onboarding?
It's 24/7 by email, and sometimes by phone and WhatsApp. And remember, the app in itself has videos, like video in each like component, so they can see what to do as well. And there's chat capability within that, which we're sort of adding. So that one's not fully up yet, but emails come in and we answer them within, I would say, an hour.
And the guest facing language is multi-language and the app per user is multi-language, right?
That's correct.
Anything else as we wrap up that we didn't touch on that we should?
So the number of languages are increasing, but currently it's English, French, Spanish, German, Dutch, and Afrikaans. But now more are being added, Portuguese, Mandarin Chinese, and those things. So that's happening.
Perfect.
All
That's
right.
what I needed.
Did I pass?
You passed. You knew all the answers.
Um,